Hey guys, it's the Crypto Cowboy. It's on Friday afternoon here, Chicago time, and we are on the 6th of December 2019. Pretty close to a year since Bitcoin bottom around the 3,000 zone. And I want to begin this video by saying thank you to everybody that subscribed and for the continued interest in watching these videos. We're slightly getting, bigger views and longer time watches and stuff like that. So thank you again for subscribing and for putting up with my ramblings through the videos. So with that being said, let me just kind of take you through the counts again. And I think we're still monitoring the same three like we've done last week. So I have this green count, and I have a red count, and then a pink one. And let's start with the green count, and it's not necessarily my preferred one. I think the one that I like the most is the pink one, but I'm going to start with this one since this is the first on my list. But basically what we're looking for, and Bitcoin, just as a general note here, right? Bitcoin continues to correct. We've had a big actionary wave since December last year as a wave 1, and we're considering this retracement here as a wave 2. And it's kind of getting complex, but it's nice and contained within parallel lines. So it's got all the indications of a nice corrective pullback. So in this green count here, we have a W, triangle X, and then we have this flat in wave Y. So it's a nice double tree. And then we are looking for this move down into this wave C to complete. And the way I'm kind of counting this, and I'm allowing this to be a fourth wave. Now it's getting a little bit bigger than this wave 2, but I'm going to let it develop at least into next week until, let's say, it gets either confirmed or sold. And then we're looking for the final wave 5 to the downside here. And the targets basically that I have into this C of this Y are around 6,400 zone, but they can actually push all the way down to about 5,400. So we'll see what happens. Right now we are still contained below this channel middle of the middle trend line down here, and so far it looks like this move up here can develop in 3 waves, and we've done. And if I go to a smaller time frame, I can show you. I'm going to go to a 3-hour. You can have basically a W, because this is kind of a 5-wave move, but to kind of modify it and make it into a 4th wave, the way we do that is you have a W, you have an A, B, C, and then you have a flat in X, you have an A, 3, 3, and then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you have a 3, 3, 5 in X, and now we're doing a wave Y up, which can be possibly an A, maybe a triangle B, and then up in C to complete this 4th wave. So I'm still monitoring this area up here into the 50%. Anything above 50% as a 4th wave, it starts to be, I've said that many times, it starts to be a little bit worrying for me. So let's see what happens. Let's see how the market reacts. We would definitely need to make this new high above 7,800. So around 8,000, maybe 8,200. Call it good. I know you have a pretty interesting zone up here at about 8,380, but I don't want it to get. I wouldn't want the move to get that high. First of all, it will get completely disproportionate with this wave 2, and then it will be a little bit too high. But let's see what happens. I'm not going to disconsider it yet. I want to see, in terms of impulsive move, I want to see this kind of, penetrate this and just go up higher, much stronger, with the much more impulsive characteristics. Okay, so green count, looking for another wave lower, and then from there we're going to look for a 5-wave move up, and then keep going above 14,000. All right, so that's with the green. Let's go and look at the red count. And on this one, basically, we have a WXY and then another X wave. And then we're doing a Z wave, which red count kind of calls it complete. I'm not extremely happy with this wave count because we have a very long wave C compared with wave A. So since wave Z of this triple correction needs to subdivide into 3 waves. You have a wave A in 5 waves up here. I think this is a little bit lower. I have some missing market data. And then you have a flat up in B. And what's going on here is that the C lag is extremely long. So not extremely happy, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll see how the move develops. But basically this one calls for an extremely aggressive move in Bitcoin to the top side. And the way we kind of move that is you have a move up in 5 waves. You have just a clean 5-wave move up in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so no leading diagonal. You have a wave 2 down up here, and then you have a wave 1 up in this sharp rise, and then you have a 2 back, and then now we're building 1, 2, and we're starting to go up as a 3rd wave price action. So if this changes and it starts to look more of a sideways price action, I would have to cancel this because I don't like it. It will more than likely move to the pin count where you have an A, then a B in some sort of a triangle, and then a move up in C, and then down. So either way, the implications in both the red count and the pin count would be kind of the same, that are calling for higher highs here on a move possibly towards, let's say, 84, 8500, towards those levels. But yeah, this would be the red count, and I don't know how to divide the second wave. You could probably make out of it, let me see here, you could probably make like an ABC, decompose as a correction. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, possibly here with a triangle in B, and then a very short C wave down. You can even have actually this B wave up here, and you can have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, I think that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, up in B, and then down in C. So it's pretty clean. Yeah, so this would be the case that I would make for a bullish move up here. This was and you've noticed this in Bitcoin and in other altcoins. This is something that I don't necessarily like in price action, because every time you have an impulsive move like this, more than likely, and most of the time, these are kind of traps, and they're either B waves or X waves. And for a nice solid move to start developing and to start building a very strong uptrend, they kind of need a little bit more time to develop. And I want to see these kind of terminal moves. I want to kind of see this rise in price somewhere in a wave 5, or at the end of a wave 3, a strong one where we're basically doing some blow-offs, but not when a move starts. And that's why I'm always worried when I see stuff like that happening. And it's easy to get excited on a move like that, but it's first waves don't kind of start like that. They start with doubts and worries, and this is more characteristic for either wave 5 of a 3 or wave 5 of a 5. And that's where we kind of see them, and that's where I like to see them. So anyway, for right now, I mean, you can see up here another one, right? Just went straight up and then pulled back down. So it's not something that I enjoy seeing, and it makes the counts more difficult, and they're most of the times they get retraced. So with that being said, let me go to the pin count, which is my preferred count, and I'm going to go to a daily chart here, and you guys can see here I have wave 1 up, and then WXY, and then another X here, connector wave, and then we're doing an ABC. And this one makes the most sense because it will give a nice proportionality to the whole move. Up here, it will give a nice proportionality into this triple correction, and it also looks good in the wave count. So you have wave A, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down here. Let me go to a 6 hour. So you can call this move done in A, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're doing the middle section of this correction where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in A, you pull back in B, ABC, just like we've counted on the red count, same thing, right? And now we're doing the C wave up. Now this wave B can become a triangle if that's the move, and you have a 3 wave down in A. Now you're doing up in B up here, C, D, and E, and then you go up in C. So that would be kind of my next preferred interpretation if this wave B doesn't get on its lags, this wave C, I'm sorry. So it would be something like that, and then we go up in this wave B, in this wave C of B. So let's see what's a relationship here for this wave B for a retracement. And usually wave B's go up to about 61.8 fib zone retracement. So let's see here, ratio analysis, B versus A, and see where that goes. So basically it's about 8,700. I would like to see that level, and look how nicely that level would kind of coincide with the trend line. So let's see here, 3 hour chart, and see how that looks. So we would have to go pretty much up here. You would have A, you would have B, and then we would drop down in C. So if you guys remember from the last video, I said the nature of the impulse from the bottom of this wave A will dictate if this next move up is an impulsive move or if it's just a corrective move. So for right now, unless this is a second wave, the characteristic of this retracement, it's corrective. And this is where the wave principle has an extremely powerful forecasting ability. It's in the fact that you can read the price action in such a way that it gives you this, again, this ability to forecast the move, and the way it happens, it tells you that you are wrong on your assessment originally, or whatever you think it was going to happen, it doesn't, and that means that you must be doing this other wave count. And to people that say that's subjective, that's fine, but it also gives you much more clarity, and it puts you in a defensive position when you're looking at the wave count. Doesn't behave the way you think it should behave, and now you have to adjust. So I've said, okay, if we're getting a nice impulsive move, then we can call this move done. But if we're getting a corrective type of a price action up, then this move is not done. You're just having a correction, and then you're going to make another low. So we're in the middle of this thing. Okay, I'm going to give it a chance to prove me that it's impulsive by going 1, as in the red count or in the green count, going 1, now going 2, and now I want to see impulse. Okay, I want to see the market strong. I want to see the market prove me. I want to see the market destroy this trend line basically and go up higher, or build a nice impulsive trending price section. None of the spikes that are happening, none of the spikes, pumps and dumps, right? None of this stuff. That's corrective. If this stuff happens, then I'm not going to trust this as being an impulse. I know that the market will go up here eventually and then go roll over, or be a fourth wave and roll over. This is why this is extremely important, and this is why the wave principle is powerful into helping you identify the type of the price action that you're in, so you can prepare yourself. And if you want to play trading inside these ranges, that's fine. But in terms of a nice solid investment, or let's say that you have $100,000 on the line that you want to put in this thing, or $200,000, you're not going to put it up here. You're going to put it after you see a finished move down, then you see a nice impulse, and then I can put my money to work. But if I'm going to play in and out of this market and get chopped into pieces, it's something that I choose, at least personally, not to be in that game anymore, because that's where you lose a lot of money. Now, people can be, do whatever they want, and, can have maybe different indicators or different probabilities, different things that they use, and that's fine. But I'm just, talking in terms of a longer view at Elliott, and where you can embark into some nice, relaxing, trending price action rather than, extremely choppy price action. So I'll get off my soapbox there. It's not, I didn't mean to sound aggressive in any way, but just kind of a, small teachable moment there. Okay, so that's it. I think I covered pretty much all I wanted to say. So at the end of the day, if this pink count becomes valid and we're pulling up into the 618, then we're going to look for a clean flush down, possibly into this 127, maybe around 6,000, 5,500, and then we can embark in a nice bullish move next. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please come visit us into the crypto room down on the Telegram channel, and leave any comments, suggestions down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video update next week. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.